here, blue sky. Over here, can't see how dark it is, but dark. It's been thundering. It's not raining yet. Wanted to get the thunder though. Oh, excuse me. It's gonna pour. I hope not on me. But that sounded like some heavy rain kind of thunder. That's not right over where I'm gonna stay. It's almost like I'm right level with it. It's kind of freaky. This is where you start walking fast down the mountain. Get me off of this top. There it was. I think it's a little far away still. I hope. Get me off of this mountain. Get me out of the rain. I hear thunder and lightning. The gnats are bad and this is tiring. So move, move, move your feet fast. If you can, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're dead and no one even knows your name. Hey buddy. Come on. Look at how cute.
So only one male, as you can see.
Yeah. Hi.
It's a Jersey over there.
The brown
The
one?
brownish one, yeah.
He's big. He could come right through that barbed wire fence.
But this is his
Holy
harem.
crap.
This is his harem.
It's kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
Where'd that little tiny one go? Is it over there peeing?
There's one there. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, I thought there was a smaller. I thought it was smaller, but maybe not.
It's there. Hello.
Oh yeah, look at
Hello,
it.
number 19.
It's so little.
You guys said it's because they feed him at this time.
Oh, so they think that we're bringing the hay or whatever.
I'm not bringing anything, guys. Sorry. It's the only baby there.
Yeah, the other ones are kind of like teenagers, huh?
That one with the white face over there.
Yeah. That, and look at her udders.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the mom of the black one. She's the only one that looks like she's got
Actually, that's not a male because he's got an udder too.
Oh, yeah.
The other ones are probably, he could be
I didn't know the females had got horns.
I didn't know either. Maybe it's a special kind. I don't know much about the cows. Hey! Come on. Yeah. Come on. Won't work.
She looks unenthused.
You don't have any food.
They're all staring at us. Too funny. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday the 18th. I am on my way in, walking into Damascus. I think I'm gonna walk all the way in tonight. We'll see, it's about 20 miles. But the bugs are so ridiculous. The flies keep trying to fly in my ears. So I've concocted this, I don't know, head scarf out of my buff to keep them out of my ears. They're just driving me nuts. Oh God. Anyway, like driving me so nuts. So stayed at, well, I walked 20 miles yesterday. I came out to a road crossing and there was advertised a campground that was just like 2.5 miles down the road, but if you called them, they'd come pick you up. So I was like, oh, a campground, okay. So me and Papa Smurf, we called and it was raining, and so they came and picked us up, and they were really nice. Man was really nice who picked us up, and he was a friend of the owner. But when we got there, it's like, okay, when I think of campground, I think of designated sites. I think of, you know, leveled gravel, you know, crushed limestone or whatever, you know, platforms to put your tent. I think of picnic tables. I think of maybe covered pavilion if you're lucky. I think of a little camp store, right? That's what you think of when you hear campground. And I had read the reviews, and they have a bathhouse with a shower for men and women. And the description was that it was kind of like a state park type bathhouse. So I think, okay, a state park campground, you know, might not be the nicest bathhouse, but whatever. Anyway, guy pulls us up, and it's just somebody's house with a huge piece of grassy property, and that's the campground, the big piece of grassy property. And there were people there were 2 campers set up, and there was a motorcycle group that were tenting, and they had all their motorcycles out parked, and they were super nice, but this was not a campground. And the shower, I mean, it was a plywood structure with 2 bathroom stalls and a frickin' cinder block shower. There were dead bugs squashed on the floor. There was mouse poop all over the place in there. They had a washer and dryer, but they charged you to do laundry, but they had no detergent. They had a couple of ratty towels. Hang on a second, I gotta fix something. And There was no camp store. There was one picnic table shoved under the overhang of the bathroom. One side was dry, the other side was wet. I mean, it was $10 and I got a hot shower, and there was a place in town that would deliver food there. So we had basically the equivalent of KFC, which tasted great, but this was not a campground. Please don't advertise that you're running a campground when it's your front lawn. And no tent spaces, no picnic tables, like nothing. So that kind of sucked. And it just was not, I would not have advertised it as a campground. I would have said spaces on the front lawn for tents. Bathhouse, you know, rustic bathhouse. But I did get 2 hot showers and the KFC, and whatever. Beggars can't be choosers, right? But I was really expecting more. So I've noticed the state of Tennessee glamps up their description a little bit, and I'm not sure who's given all these reviews, but you know, I would have expected one of them to say, this is not a campground. It's someone's front lawn, just so you know. People were nice though, and you know, something to that extent. So anyway, and then so the motorcyclists stayed up late last night, which, you know what, they're out, they're hanging, they barbecued, they offered us food, they were really nice, and they were entitled to stay up as long as they wanted around a campfire, you know, but so they were talking, so that was fine. I wasn't irritated with them, but I'm sorry, the bugs are just so bad. But the 2 hikers who I had met a couple of days ago, who were there, set up with their tent right next to, you know, right close to us, they fucking played their music out loud until, well, the last thing I know was 10:30 at night. They were talking, and like, be respectful a little bit. Come on, like, you could each put an earbud in and listen. You can talk a little bit lower, like, and after 10 o'clock, like, time to shut it off. It's been dark for over an hour. You know, everybody needs to go to sleep. You know, they weren't even hiking today. They were getting shuttled into Damascus, and then we're gonna go back to that campground, so maybe they felt like they could stay up later, but they knew what Pop Smurf and I were doing, trying to do 20 miles today, and they just wouldn't shut the hell up and turn their music off. So I put my earplugs in, and just foam earplugs. I could still hear their entire conversation and their music. So it was like 10:30, and I'm laying there. I'm like, what do I do? Do I say something? No, I don't want to be that person. So I was like, I wonder if they make an app. I'll put my headphones in. I'll listen to a book on tape. Maybe I'll fall asleep. So I did that for a little while. It wasn't working. So then I was like, gosh, I just wish I had some white noise, like a fan. So I was like, oh, I wonder if they make an app for that. So I looked, and yes, they do. So I downloaded a white noise app, and I listened to the sound of box fan, like, loudly over my headphones, and that helped. I was able to fall asleep. So it was annoying. I find myself getting more and more annoyed by things. The farther I go, I don't know if it's just because I'm tired, I'm wet, hungry, my ass is chafed, I'm irritated. Bugs are annoying me, and I would hope that people wouldn't, but people are annoying me. So anyway, that was my night. I got lucky this morning. It had stopped raining. I was able to take down my tent without it being raining. And the guy did take us back up to the trailhead by like 8:30. So it was a pretty good start. And yeah, so yesterday's walk was kind of like today's walk so far. Very lush, very green, lots of grass growing alongside the trail. Get your feet really soaked just from wet grass. And really humid, just not much to see. So I have taken some pictures of a few flowers, but other than that, it hasn't been the prettiest walk. It's been buggy and muggy and muddy. Yeah, but at least I didn't get struck by lightning yesterday. So now it'll be interesting coming into Damascus either today or tomorrow morning. It's gonna be crazy busy. Someone said 20,000 people come into town for these trail days weekend. And I mean, it's not a big town. So it should be real interesting when I get there. I'm still not 100% committed to what I'm gonna do. Whether I'm gonna stay at the Appalachian Folk School or if I'm just gonna check it out and then decide, ooh, this isn't for me, and then just keep hiking. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just playing it by ear here. So, but the walk today, I was hoping I'd be able to move a little faster, and it is extremely muddy and slick. So I'm kind of taking it slow, and yeah. So I'm not moving as fast as I thought I would. I think that's about it. So I'm coming into a little kind of grassy field area over here. And yeah, that's my day so far. So more to come later, I'm sure.